Hello and welcome to the Community Voice. I'm Fara. Joining me today is not only my friend, but the program director of the Friendship Circle, Nechama Harlig. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's truly a pleasure. Our relationship goes back, we were talking 20 some odd years.
Thank you so much for having me. This means so much to me to be on the Community Voice and especially to be here with you.
It's really a delight because I've never seen a person more calm under so many things that you're doing, and your hands are in so many pies. And coming up very soon is your tribute, your annual evening of tribute to your Friendship Circle volunteers. And our audience would love to know what you do and how you really interface with the community and help teenagers, children, and young adults with special needs.
I'd love to share with you a little bit about the program so you can appreciate the event that the Friendship Circle is going to host tomorrow night. The Friendship Circle is an organization that reaches out to children, teens, and adults with special needs and offers them friendship and acceptance, offers the parents respite, and it empowers teenagers by enabling them to volunteer one-on-one with these children. And over the years, the Friendship Circle has been established in our community. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably over thousands of teenagers have volunteered in this program. And tomorrow we honor all the volunteers that have volunteered this year, these amazing teens who take up their time regularly throughout the year just to bring a smile to a child's face, to offer friendship and acceptance beyond the label, beyond appearances. And they're actually featured in the newspaper.
Which I have right here, just here to show you, in our Pinecrest Tribune. And look at all of these young people that take their time, put their heart and soul into the community. So, we really honor them for everything that they've done. And why would a young person volunteer with the Friendship Circle?
Such a great question. Why would a teenager get up on a Sunday morning just to, volunteer with a child with special needs or any other day? And truthfully, I think the reason that teens keep coming back year after year is that they are empowered. They feel so good when they give to another child, when that child looks at them, when they see how they light up their life, when they feel needed. I think that's what keeps them coming back. And I think it's not like any typical community service that they do because they're really touching the life of another person and really impacting them. And from what the teenagers have shared with me, is that their awareness grows, their sensitivity grows, their compassion for other children grows, and they become a voice and an advocate for other people. So we have teens that do this sometimes 6 consecutive years before they graduate. And actually we have 30 seniors leaving to college who we're recognizing tomorrow of the hundreds that we're saying goodbye to, but a lot of them have volunteered for more than 3-4 years.
And the Friendship Circle came shortly thereafter. Why the Friendship Circle? What was that you and the rabbi just said, this is something we have to do?
Yeah, that's a great question. When we first moved here, we actually moved here to establish Chabad Center of Kendall and Pinecrest.
And that's located
that's located on 87th Avenue and 112th Street. And we were starting to run programs, just general Jewish outreach programs, and reaching out to everybody with the Lubavitcher Rebbe's vision. It's just that a Jew is a Jew is a Jew, and no labels, no preconceptions. And with that attitude and mindset, we had heard about the Friendship Circle program, and we thought, wow, there's no such program like that in our community. This is incredible, really bringing the community together and with inclusion, this would be great. So I flew to several places like Michigan and Livingston to get the rundown of the program. And we started with a small pilot program, really a handful of children with special needs and a handful of volunteers. And just over the years, it's grown and grown to more than 21 programs with lots of staff and lots of teen volunteers.
You really are, you and Rabbi are such visionaries to really see the need that there was a gap in between for special needs children and young adults in the community. So my hat's off to you to really seeing that and taking it. And it's not easy. I mean, you started with how many volunteers? A couple, and how many people working as a staff, and now you've really grown.
Yeah, it has been amazing to watch it grow and really see the ripple effects in the community, because the more we embrace these children with special needs and the more volunteers that do this, the more our community becomes a community of caring, and it creates a certain culture. And those volunteers become adults and they go out in the community. And that's really what we're seeing, a circle of good.
And I love that, a circle of good. So we have a couple of pictures talking about the volunteers. So maybe you can walk us through that and talk about what we're
Sure.
seeing.
So here's the volunteer kickoff. Generally when the year starts, we have a volunteer kickoff for all the volunteers, the teenagers, to learn about the guidelines of volunteer. We have professionals come and share tips on how to work with children with special needs and foster awareness and sensitivity. And here they're doing an interactive activity at the volunteer kickoff.
And how old are some of these volunteers that are working with the Friendship Circle?
So in order to volunteer, they need to be in 7th grade, and they can volunteer all the way through 12th grade. And one of the things I found is that Friendship Circle has a very high retention rate. I would say close to almost 100%, meaning that once teens start, they usually come back year after year till they go to college. And I think it's because the program has such an impact on them that they want to come back. Many teens have told me that they started volunteering to get community service, but once they got their hours, they just continued because they were like, how could I leave this child? I'm making such a difference.
Great. Let's see what there's more. And there's more. Oh, look at all of them.
So yes, here's lots of teen volunteers listening to a workshop with different therapists, some parents of special needs on a panel, giving them insight into what it's like to work with their kids. And they're enjoying a special activity of decorating cupcakes.
Great.
And yeah, they're socializing at the end. We also do some icebreakers. The teens come from more than 40 different schools in our community. So we love for them to get to know each other and realize that they're part of a huge team of people that are making a difference in our community.
And it would seem that when they're paired up with these young people, that they create friendships not only with that particular child, but with each other.
Absolutely. So many of them have, found their friends and their cliques, and they're, really, it's been amazing.
Yeah, perfect. Great. So we're back. And what other programs does the Friendship Circle offer to these special needs? I think we have some pictures of that as well.
Yeah, we do. So our goal is really to offer friendship and acceptance. For a lot of these children with special needs, they're home all by themselves without any friends. I mean, parents will tell me, my child spends most of their time with me, and they really want them to get out and about. So under the umbrella of Friendship Circle, we have a lot of social and recreational programs. This is a Sunday program, and at the Sunday program, they do many different things like art, music, soccer, yoga, karate, dog therapy. And so this is an art activity, and here they're doing a dance activity. This is Movement Mondays. Every Monday there's a hip hop Zumba class, and they're having a fun time with their instructor.
So they have programs throughout the week. Is that
yes, every single day there are programs. Like Monday there's Art Circle, there's Movement Mondays, Tuesday is Swimming Circle, Equestrian Circle, Wednesday's Friendship Circle Band, Thursday's Life Skills Around Town. There's programs on Sundays. So these are some of the programs. This is Equestrian Circle, which is a phenomenal program. The kids ride the horses for half the time, and they learn how to groom the horse for the rest of the time.
So these are people that are in our community presently that come in to help and assist with the programming.
Yes. Every teen volunteers commit to a program, and then they come every week on that same day to be with the child and to build that friendship. So the child is paired with the same volunteer each time they come. So here we see a young girl and her volunteer walking by with her as she rides the horse. It's a Swimming Circle, which is a new program this year. It's been incredible. It's 30 minutes of instruction and 30 minutes of free swim, and the kids absolutely love it. And here's Art Circle. They're gathered and they do beautiful, beautiful art with the art instructor, and the volunteers sit near their friends and help them. And by having that consistency of being with them every Monday, for example, for Art Circle, there's just a friendship that really flourishes.
And I'm sure this is really nice for the families, that they have this camaraderie between them, because I would imagine that they must feel sometimes isolated and not knowing, what their next step should be and how they get those resources. And it seems like the Friendship Circle has really provided that gap that they were not having before this time.
Yeah, the families tell us that they feel so embraced. They finally feel like they can go to somewhere that they don't have to feel nervous that their child is going to make a scene. Their child is embraced. We also do programs for the parents, like parent lectures. We just had a mom's retreat on Sunday, which was amazing. It was a full day retreat. We had a spa night in March. So there's lots of different things we do to support them. But, interestingly, a mom just shared this with me that she was walking with her teen who has special needs in the falls, and she saw a mom with a teenage daughter, and they were walking, and the girl said, "Hi, Tommy," and he said hi and gave her a big hug, and she's thinking, how does my son know? It must be Friendship Circle. And she looks at her, she goes, "Friendship Circle?" And the mom goes, and she said, this is it. Now when my child walks around the community, they're embraced. It's not looking at them like they're strange, but they have teenagers that walk up to them and are comfortable embracing them and welcoming them.
And you're attracting, is it families just in the Kendall Pinecrest area? Where
So it really goes far, because people will travel for programming that helps their child. And this is such a unique program. There is no such program with teen volunteers. So parents will come all the way from Homestead and Cutler Bay, and they'll go all the way from Coral Gables, and they'll come from Palmetto Bay, and they'll come from Pinecrest and Kendall and all the surrounding areas. So really they come from far away.
And so sometimes my daughters went through also, they were volunteers with the Friendship Circle. And I often wonder who gets more out of it. Is it the volunteers or is it the people that this was all about, and I really think it's probably both.
So true. I think about this a lot, and I think the volunteers might get a bit more out of it. It's just that they learn so much. A lot of them will tell me that before they go to college or asked to write a college essay, and usually they'll write about their Friendship Circle experience. And what they write is about how much they've grown, how sensitive they've become, how aware they've come, how it's made them expand their horizons, less selfless, appreciate their gifts. So there's just so many ways that they grow from this program. So really everybody's benefiting. It's a real circle.
The Friendship Circle, absolutely. And tomorrow night you're hosting the annual evening of tribute. So tell us more about that and what's going to happen and what people could look forward to and how the community can get involved.
So the annual evening tribute has become an annual event, and it's where we honor
what number is this one?
It's a good question. I'm not sure if we did an annual evening the first year, but we're definitely probably at our 15th evening of tribute. And the evening of tribute is really about honoring all the dedicated volunteers, showing them appreciation that they're the center of our circle and they enable us to make all this happen. So at the event, we honor them. We have a volunteer speak, a special friend will speak, a mom will speak. We show a montage of the year. The volunteers get gifts. The fellowship awards are presented. There's a light dinner reception. So there's just a really beautiful, heartwarming event that's open to the whole community. And we'd love for people to come. It's tomorrow at Pinecrest Gardens in the amphitheater, and it's at 6:30 p.m.
And I think we have some information on the bottom that we can roll and throughout this broadcast of there it is, the phone number and the website. So if you want more information, it's 305-234-5654 or visit friendshipcirclemiami.org. That'll be running throughout this broadcast. What do you think the Friendship Circle, how does it make the community better? How does it make it a better place?
I think that it really makes the community a better place because ultimately a community that can brag that we take care of all of our individuals in our community, regardless of what their abilities are and how different they are, that's already something to take pride in. But ultimately, I think everybody is benefiting and it creates a culture of caring and advocacy and inclusion. And so we're just creating community leaders because all these teens that grow into adults now are now aware and they're now helping. And then the parents of the teen volunteers are becoming more aware and they're wanting to help and get involved more. And the parents of the special friends feel so embraced and they want to give back to the community. So everybody's benefiting. And, I'm really excited to say that we are building a special campus for this and that truly it's going to be a home away from home for all of these children and teens.
And it was very sad day when the rabbi is sharing videos of everything just being torn down. And you just showed me a video of the walls going up again. And it's that circle of life and the revival and making it better. And this campus is just so awesome. So let's talk about it. What's happening now, and the patience and love and dedication, not only from you and the rabbi, but the community has really embraced this project, and they can get more involved with it. And
Absolutely.
yes.
We're so grateful to the community because we would not have been able to reach this point without all of our wonderful partners and donors and community support. And the campus is going to be incredible. It's going to be a home to Chabad of Kendall and Pinecrest and a home to the Friendship Circle. And it's really going to offer so many designated rooms to the Friendship Circle, like, for example, the art room and a dedicated music room, a life skills room, a cooking studio, a multi-purpose room with a ball pit, a snoozle room. So when kids get dysregulated and they need to just get regulated and get calm, and playgrounds, parent lounge for parents to network and be able to sit around and create friendships while their children are in programming, a volunteer lounge, in addition to all the things that it's going to offer for Chabad, like a social hall and a big commercial kitchen and Hebrew school classroom and a formal, nice, beautiful synagogue.
This is really exciting.
Yes.
It's like, and when is the projected end date?
So it's hard to say an end date with building.
Well, wait. Just listening to this, I'm exhausted. I don't know. How do you sleep at night?
It's a good question. Like I said, we just keep moving. We don't worry about sleeping, right?
Not only that, and she's got a bunch of children and these volunteers and the community that needs you. And it's to me, it's mind blowing all you do for your community. And I know you and the rabbi are so humble and don't want to hear that, but thank you.
No, well, thank you. Honestly, I feel so lucky to be doing this. I mean, I love being able to do something that makes a difference. And when we hear from the parents of how much this program helps them or the teen volunteers, I mean, that makes it all worth it because we know we're making a difference ultimately.
Absolutely. And one of the other things that you just recently finished was the Friendship Walk. And we have a couple of pictures that I'd love to show our audience, and how many people came out to this Friendship Walk. And each of them had their own little team, and they walked.
Yeah. So
it was held over at Tropical Park.
Yeah, the Friendship Walk was fantastic. It's become an annual event. I think we're just had our 13th annual Friendship Circle Walkathon, and it's a major fundraiser for the Friendship Circle. And it's always a lot of fun because it's a real family event. You know, families come out and teams. We hosted it at Tropical Park this year. There were carnival rides and food and vendors and all kinds of excitement. The football players were there, and that was very exciting for everybody. They got everybody started. And it was great to host it at Tropical Park. There was really fantastic energy.
And I took my granddaughter there, and the only thing she wanted was the ice,
the cone ice.
That was like, that's like a New York thing. And it was like she was trying every single flavor. I'm so glad I brought her home to her mother because I don't have to deal with all that sugar high. But what am I looking at right now?
So here's a family that came out to the Friendship Circle Walk. It's a teen volunteer and her parents. And really, the walk just attracts people from everywhere. I mean, there are companies that come out to support it with all their employees. There are parents, there are teens, there are families, friends, neighbors. I mean, really, the walk has become just a huge annual event.
Wonderful. That's great. That is so great. So in the time we have left, tell me what would you like to talk about? What is, I always like to ask the question, you are a giver to the community, and what is the legacy that you want people to remember you and the Chabad of Kendall and Pinecrest?
I think that what I would want people to remember is that every person counts, every person's important, and that's really what we're here to help people with, whether it's just helping them, whether they're in the hospital, helping them with friendship, helping them feel accepted, is really what it's all about, is making this world a better place. And we're all trying to do our part.
Absolutely. And talk about some of the other programming that are apart from the Friendship Circle that you and the rabbi provide for the community, that if people want to become involved and to know more.
Yeah, so on the Chabad side, we do a lot of different programs, reaching out to people. There are weekly classes and Hebrew school and teen programs and holiday programs. And really, it's what a person's interested in. We have a great Chabad Women's Circle and a great committee that gets involved. So really, Chabad's about embracing people And it's very non-judgmental. There's no label. So we're here to really, it's a different approach. It's not about membership, but it's about helping every Jew in the community. And so we track Jews from all walks of life, bell backgrounds, and really we don't look at labels. It's just really about embracing them when they come and seeing what they're interested in and where they're at and how we could help them and teach them.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to add to today that I might have missed? Because God knows this is live, so you couldn't
Right.
miss.
So I think if you have a teenager, you should definitely make sure that they sign up, because this is an opportunity not to be missed. I think that their life will be so enriched through volunteering with the Friendship Circle. If you're able to join us tomorrow at the Evening of Tribute, that would be wonderful. And stay tuned for all our upcoming programs, our Heart and Soul Gala, our walk, and all the other amazing events that will take place. And Farah, thank you so much for having me today on this program.
Thank you. You are a gift to your community, and I'm so glad for our friendship over the years, and for you to take the time and to come in and just talk to our audience. And many blessings, much nachas, and thank you so much for everything you do for not only my family but the families out there in the community, and continued strength to you.
Thank you, and thank you for being the community voice.
I'm going to hire you. So if you want to get involved, please reach out at 305-234-5654, or you can hear more about the Friendship Circle Miami at friendshipcirclemiami.org. And I want to thank you all for joining me on the Community Voice. I'm Farah Sachs. Until next time, take care.
Yeah.